Okay, so I am at chess.com playing their latest robot rated 1400. This is how the game ended. And so let's take a look. I played the black pieces, and there's a few things that I want to show you here towards the end of the opening. Now at this level, I'm just trying to control the center, develop my minor pieces, and then later the major pieces will come into play. And I'll tell you a mistake that I make is this knight is in my territory, and I don't like that. I should take this out, leave my opponent with double stacked pawns, but for whatever reason, I just don't do that. Even here, and the Richter scale has white up to 4 point, I think it's held at 4.3 there. And I think the problem is, one piece by itself can't do much, but when my opponent's pieces working together, that's bad for me, and especially in my territory. So there's now 2 minor pieces in my territory. I should have taken out that knight. I don't know why I took so long to finally do that, but that was a big mistake on my part. And you see, once I did that, the computer actually said that I had the advantage, because I finally got those 2 pieces out of my side of the board. So in this, I want to show you something to watch out for, and something that I saw. I didn't know at 1400 is a respectable level. I didn't know if 1400 here the robot would really let me get away with this, and that is the 2 pieces side by side. And then, of course, I own this, so it's a fork. And I wasn't sure what to do. I wanted to take the bishop because, let's go back and look at this. I wanted to take the bishop because during the end game, I hate battling the double bishop. Those are deadly. But if I take with the knight, then my opponent ends up with isolated double stacked pawns. So I ended up taking the knight. I know it does attack my knight, but I do have an escape route that's protected. So I went with that. So my opponent now has 2 double stacked pawns, and one of them is isolated. So that looked more attractive to me, and I thought, well, I'll take my chances with the double bishop. So now, one thing that I have to be careful is my opponent has lined up pieces. Okay, so I can't, I've allowed it to happen, but I just need to be aware of it and watch what I do. Now I've finally got another defender in here, so, and like I said, my escape route here was defended with his pawn. So, if he wants to bring the queen here, that would be great, but at 1400, it's, in my opinion, I think 1400 is a very respectable level, and they're not going to fall for such shenanigans. All right, so a little bit of queen exchange there. Queens are off the board, and so I'm up 3 points, and at this point, I just want to trade down. I have 2 minor pieces. My opponent has 1 minor and 2 major, and I've got 2 minor, 2 major. So when that happens, I just like to trade down, make it an easy end game, and that's exactly what happens here. As you'll see, I decided to go ahead and protect this. Let's go back a step here. I want to show this. I thought about abandoning this and just get my 2 rooks lined up, but I decided to play conservative chess and play good clean chess and just leave that. And speaking of that, I was very shocked to see this, because I was like, 1400, I normally don't ever see a 1400 just drop a piece, and so I'm like, is this a free bishop? And when I played the game, I stared at it for like 3 minutes. And that's why I don't record live games, but I stared at it for 3 minutes and finally decided it was okay to take it. So I got some rooks lined up. I'm happy about that. This is an absolute pin on this rook right here. Excited about that. So, and this, I get my bishop my bishop was under attack, but this allowed me to, believe me, I would love to take this rook, but I wanted to do this to get my bishop out of trouble all in one swoop. So that's what I did, and I had dreams of promoting this pawn. I didn't think they would allow that to happen. Now, I like this because this pawn protects this bishop, and for the most part, it could sit there all day. So there it is. It finally took. So one thing I like is to cut off that king. So I like keeping my rook up here. Usually when you want to promote a pawn, you want your major piece under your pawn. But I have a chance to cut off the king, and so I'm just going to leave it like that. And so there's a lot of back and forth here. And of course, every time I hit record, a loud vehicle drives by in my neighborhood. So I'm just trying to figure a way to keep that king caught and or trapped up there, and casually get rid of these pawn so that I can start promoting. So we do an exchange, and now, I own this, and my knight owns this and this. So there's my opponent's running out of options. So here I'm going to trade. Now I've got 2 marching pawn and 2 minor pieces. So with proper play, this should be pretty much over with. However, I will say that I need to watch out for stalemates, because at 1400 they go for stalemates. And I brought the knight there, but I wish I would have brought it here, actually, just so I could go here and protect this. But I don't know, this ends up being out okay. Now I have to make sure when you're marching pawns like this in this position that your opponent, you don't run into a stalemate. Make sure you give them a square to run to. Okay, perfect. And that's one of these little peekaboo. You're in check, and now I own the promoting square. And so now that's it. That's mate. So hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. And as always, I demand you have a good day.